All right. Thanks for stopping by. So this is going to be my last night here at this campsite. I'll be packing up and moving on tomorrow morning. I've got most of the things packed up. I've got the tent taken down. I've got a few things left I'll put away in the morning. And I have really enjoyed my time here. I've been here about 2 weeks altogether. And I just cannot express enough how much I cherish public lands. This place did not cost me a dime. I just love the National Forest. I love BLM land. I love free camping. When I got here, there was not one piece of trash at all. There was an old lounge chair here. I'll take it and throw it in the dumpster when I get back into town because I want to make sure that I leave it better than I found it. I'll even take time to kind of sweep up some of the pine straw away from the fire pits. I do believe that fires are banned this time of year. I don't really know. I haven't had one, so it didn't matter. So I just wanted to make this video to try to tell you how much I really enjoy public lands. And if we don't keep them clean, they're going to end up shutting them down, fencing them off where nobody can use them. So I am really a stickler about no litter, keeping everything nice and clean. When you pack up and leave a campsite, go back, give it a second glance, make sure you didn't leave any trash. Sometimes you can accidentally leave trash, sometimes it's not intended. But a lot of times, I pull up to a campsite that's in the National Forest, it'll just be completely trashed. Plastic bags, tin cans, glass bottles, plastic bottles, just everything. Now, I do want to give props to the citizens of Arizona. I think you people are the best because almost everywhere I go in Arizona, there's no litter, there's no trash. Probably the worst place I went was in California. It seems like that was the worst. The campsites were littered with hypodermic needles. I mean, just terrible things. Trash like you would not believe. And in Washington, it was pretty bad. Around Seattle, you had to watch where you stepped so you wouldn't step on a needle. I mean, serious health concerns there. But Arizona has been wonderful. Colorado was great. Wyoming, Montana, Idaho was pristine. The good people of Idaho. And Oregon was a mixed bag. It was about, I'd say 75% very clean campsites. But then again, you could come upon some that were really trash with some seriously dirty, filthy stuff. I guess I just wish that more people gave a damn. I guess that's what it boils down to. Because this place is not like a campground that you pay for. There's no caretaker to come around and pick up behind you. You got to pick it up yourself. Pack it in, pack it out. But it's a lot of places where people just don't care enough to do that. And it makes no sense to me because it's almost as if they have no plans to ever come back and enjoy the land again a second time. So their mentality is, well, I'll never be back here, so screw it. I'll just leave all my trash here. And as you go throughout the country, you can kind of tell where the thoughtful people are and where they're not. It all depends on the population and the quality of character of people within that population. As I started to make this video, and I already knew what I was going to be talking about, and I can already see it now. There's going to be 2 or 3 that try to come in and defend the litter bugs. Well, I got news for you. There is no defense for people who litter because there's no excuse for it. So if you're those 2 or 3, kindly see yourself to the door because there's only a few things in life that get me upset. And it seems like litter is the top one. I think I've made probably a dozen videos within the last 4 years talking about litter and the nonsense that goes with it and the mentality that goes with it. And I kind of go off on a tangent, and I'll do it again. I have no shame in it. I'll keep doing it because it must be done. We need to be thankful for the people who come before us that actually clean their campsites before they leave. And I don't mind one bit scolding the people who do not. But again, thank you, Arizona. Thank you, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming. And oh, I forgot Utah. The great people of Utah. Every campsite I went to in Utah was so clean. But back to California, man, that broke my heart to see the trash that was in California, because the places I was camping in was so beautiful. It was near the redwoods and on the coast. And I just thought, wow, this is the most beautiful place I've ever seen. And here I stand amongst a pile of needles from heroin users. Now, if you're a drug addict, I really feel for you. I really do. But geez, I mean, I didn't know it was such a bad thing in California and around Washington, around Seattle, not the rest of Washington. But when I was in California, I wasn't even near a major city. You know, that's what shocked me so much. I would kind of expect it around the major cities because I know the drug use is a terrible, terrible thing there. Now, if you smoke pot, I have no problem with that because that doesn't make you lose your soul like hard drugs do. And it doesn't make you stop caring about the people you once loved, you know, like turn you into a zombie. It just chills you out. Nothing wrong with that, right? Now, let's talk about my first experience with the dark side of van life. Yeah, there's a dark side. When I was living in the van in Nashville and working full time, there was times I would park on the street near downtown at a place I knew, and I quit parking there because it was a hard drug alley. I mean, there was just people out there on the sidewalk smoking meth, you know, at night. And I didn't want anything to do with that because drugs and crime and trash, it all goes hand in hand. I don't want anything to do with that. I am high on life. I don't want to be high on drugs. Being out here in the forest is the greatest high you can get. Just look at this place. Why would you want to trash this place? This is like the last refuge. But back to the dark side of van life, it was bad, you know. I've seen it all over the country where people, they get addicted and they end up living in RVs that are rotting on the side of the street, you know, in the cities. And it's a terrible thing to witness. So I'm keeping my van life happy and clean and free. And I'm high on freedom, not drugs. I hate crime and drugs and filth. I'm just out here trying to live my best life. I do not want to be lumped in with that garbage. All right, we'll wrap it up for now. Take care, be well, and smash the bell.